The seductive styling of the 2022 Mazda CX-9 elevates your idea of what a three-row CUV can be.
Get 0% financing on a new Mazda CX-9 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
Well, good morning to you, everybody. Welcome to WAFB Plus, 9 News Now. I'm like punching away on a minute. 9:15. Well, I don't want to, we stand real close. I want you to be able to feel like you can.
I've had to explain this to my intern before because Josh Ozan, I think, our digital director,
Yes.
he keeps them stocked up there in the desk, and I always grab one.
Right.
And she's like, man, you got an addiction. I'm like, by this time in the morning, we've been here a long time, several cups of coffee, whatever else. It's not so fresh coming out of here.
I'm not trying to be I'm already offensive. I get it. I'm trying to be less offensive, certainly for those standing right next to me.
It's just been a number of hours since we've been able to brush our teeth.
Exactly. I did travel toothbrush. But here's the thing. Fresh breath aside, the forecast is what everybody's paying attention to. This ain't so fresh. A lot of rain going on right now in our part of the world. We knew it was coming. Here it is.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly out there right now. I guess
is.
the good news is been no severe weather this morning. That was a low-end threat. There has been some heavy rainfall, still coming down a good clip, number of areas. So we've got our first alert radar network dialed up right now. You can see all those sweeps going, including our radar there in West Feliciana Parish. So let's put this all in motion for you, give you a look at what's happening. Well, I don't know why the computer logged me out. Give me just a second here, Matt, to figure out why
likes to mess with you.
That happened, because it's Friday, right?
Right, exactly. It's already on to like the St. Patrick's Day parade.
So anyway, so we've got these rains moving off to the east. Now watch this. This is going to probably run Windows updates on me as I now try to log in. But at the time I walked over here to this set, Matt, from my normal spot there in the studio, we were up around 1.5 inches of rain here at WAFB. I checked on New Roads not too long ago. It was over 2 inches of rain so far this morning. So we have seen quite a bit of rain in some neighborhoods. It's been coming down. All right.
I do have it up on the website if you want to do that, or you want to wait for the.
Yeah, let me try this one more time.
Well, it's just, as you run through that, folks, this is exactly what Steve and everybody in the storm team has been telling us to get ready for all week long. It was all about the timing and the severity and how much we were going to get, just kind of getting ready for it. And you mentioned it yesterday. It really was. The timing was working out very unfavorably for the morning commute.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Boy, it's hitting us now. So we've got it working now. There you see this big area of rain that is moving off to the east, and we have some embedded lightning. But again, we're not seeing a whole lot of thunderstorm activity or anything severe, but certainly some heavy rain within this. Now, what you will know is you look west of Baton Rouge, we're starting to see some breaks. So in the next hour or so, we're going to start to see, not that it's going to completely dry out, but some of the rain letting up and some breaks mixing in with the rainfall. But moderate to heavy rain extending up to the state line and into southwest Mississippi at this hour. And you can see more of it down south. And notice still quite a bit of rain, Lake Charles and beyond. So even as some of this heavier stuff lets up in the next hour or so, we're still going to be in some light to moderate shower activity kind of off and on right on into the afternoon. Now here's a look at what we've seen so far. So anywhere that you see green, that's at least 2 inches of rain that's come down. So a pretty broad area of rainfall. It's reached at least 2 inches from southwest Mississippi, the Felicianas, the northern half Point Coupee Parish, back into central Louisiana. Closer to Baton Rouge, though, as I said, now starting to see some 1 to 2 inch totals even here in the city. Temperature-wise, I want you to check this out as well. We've been warning you about this, but temperature's going to be on the way down. Right now, 63 in Baton Rouge. That is mostly the impact of the rain. We were around 70 just before daybreak this morning. This is not the cold front yet. You can find it, though. Lafayette New Road, 61. Opelousas, 51. So the front is now through Opelousas, not quite through New Roads or Lafayette just yet, but already 51 Opelousas, 48 in Lake Charles. Those numbers are running cooler than forecast. So what I'm telling you here is that not only is it going to get cooler later this morning into the afternoon, might even get a little bit cooler than what we were thinking. All right, here's a look at future radar. So we advance to noon. The heavier rains are mostly east of our area at that point in time, but you see still a decent area of light to moderate rain ongoing. Temperatures down into the 50s, and again, I wouldn't be surprised to see some areas sneak down to the upper 40s, given the trends that we're seeing out to our west. Into the afternoon, some scattered lighter showers for the most part. That's 3 o'clock, and then this evening things start to let up. So hopefully if you have some Friday night plans, trending drier, but it's going to be breezy, it's going to be chilly if you are headed out tonight, and we'll have some clouds lingering as well. Speaking of clouds, on into the day tomorrow. Big day in Baton Rouge. I don't know the exact number, but I know this parade draws over 100,000, I think, on the streets of Baton Rouge. The Wearing of the Green parade. So if you're lining up early, whether it's a spectator or if you're in the parade itself, getting out there early, we're looking at morning temps starting out low to mid 40s. As the parade begins at 10 o'clock, I've only got it around 47 degrees, climbing into the low 50s. That's about it. We're going to have lots of clouds overhead. It's going to be breezy, winds out the north 10 to 15. It's going to be chilly. And I can't rule out a few light sprinkles, maybe even a light shower. I don't think that's going to be a major impact. Just something to kind of keep an eye on. Keep our First Alert weather app handy and you're on your phone. Peek at it periodically. Just keep an eye out. So it might not be a bad idea to have a little poncho or rain jacket. I really am not expecting much. It's mostly dressing for the chilly temps. I think that's going to be the biggest issue. All right, you can see tomorrow. So here we are, parade time, 10 a.m. You see a good deal of cloud cover showing up. Model hints at maybe some more breaks south of I-10, but I would plan on mainly overcast skies. And you note how it's a little bit of green showing up, especially to our west. There could be some sprinkles embedded within this cloud cover, and right on into the afternoon and evening, you see how the clouds are going to be tough to shake tomorrow. So tomorrow also not going to be a pretty day, just not going to see nearly as much rain as what we're seeing today. Today, temperatures are on the way down. We'll definitely be in the 50s this afternoon. Some of you could even sneak into the upper 40s. The weekend's going to stay chilly. Highs only low to mid 50s. Sunday morning down into the upper 30s. And here's another story. By Monday morning, guidance continuing to trend colder. So now looking like we could squeeze out a light freeze close to Baton Rouge and north and northeast of Baton Rouge. Pretty decent chance we'll see a light freeze. And not done with winter. That is Monday morning. Monday afternoon, high of only 59. Oh, by the way, Monday, the official start of spring. Joke's on us, all right? But after that, next week, temperatures start to rebound. Still in the upper 30s Tuesday morning, but we're up to about 80 by Wednesday. Could be in the mid-80s late next week, and a chance of rain returning late next week as well.
What kind of backwards? We're breaking high temperature records in winter like a month ago, and in the spring and first day we're near. What in the world of wacky weather?
Yeah, some people are calling it faux spring.
Oh, you ain't lying.
You know, false spring.
False spring. False spring.
So yeah, we got a little faux spring in here, I guess.
Man, I guess.
But you know what? We're going to get some chilly weather this weekend. Warms up next week. It wouldn't surprise me if this is the last real dose of chilly weather. No guarantees. We still get runs of chilly weather in April. We'll see how it plays out.
Cap, thank you, man. Appreciate it. We'll check back in with you here in a quick minute. So, you know, we really, really wish that the weather was going to be the headline maker for you today. But this story is going to take over. It is difficult to digest. It is heartbreaking to digest. And when you see this headline, you got to read it 3 or 4 times to make sure you're seeing what you're seeing. And you are. Let me step you through how this began this morning. The very latest from BRPD is an 11-year-old, a child, shot and killed here in Baton Rouge Thursday night. This morning, if you were with us for 9 News this morning, we took you through the beginning parts of their investigation. At the very beginning part of this, it was a 17-year-old who had been found shot along, this is Airline right here, this is up into North Baton Rouge, this is Greenwell Street. A 17-year-old had been found shot, taken to the hospital. That was the first shooting incident that we were alerted to and that we began working on with authorities to make sure that you were aware of what was going on as well. Then, later in the morning, we found out that was not the only shooting. This actually happened first. Just up the way, this is Crestworth, about the 5600 block of Crestworth. Yeah, it's exactly Crestway, 5600 block of Crestway. An 11-year-old shot in his car while sitting in a car, not his car, shot while sitting in a car, according to BRPD. Taken to the hospital, succumbed to his injuries. An 11-year-old shot and killed in Baton Rouge. The 17-year-old, who was also found shot and then taken to the hospital, down here is now the suspect in this shooting death here. He's been taken to the hospital, the 17-year-old has. He has been now arrested on charges that include the murder, the death of this 11-year-old. How did the 17-year-old end up shot in all this? What happened here in Crestway? A lot of questions to be asked, a lot of questions to be answered. Where the identity of the 11-year-old has been made. It is formal. It is out there. It's actually in this story waiting for you right now. You can check out the very latest, WAFB.com and the 9 News app. But this will clearly be the story of the day going forward because, again, a life taken in Baton Rouge. Again, a young life taken in Baton Rouge. A very young life taken in Baton Rouge. An 11-year-old child shot and killed. We'll keep you updated throughout the day. To remind you as well, our evening newscasts, like 5 and 6 this evening, they're not going to be on WAFB. They're going to be on WBXH and right here on WAFB Plus because of the NCAA tournament. Now, 9 News at 10 will be on WAFB, but it's just going to be after the very last game of the evening. So the best way to do it, right here. 9 News app, always updated in the palm of your hand, WAFB.com as well. We will be broadcasting just in different places, but I know you're going to want to know the very latest here. It's absolute devastation. We'll keep you updated. Okay. From all that, it's hard to take a breath and realize maybe there's a few other things going on. There are, and we want to make sure that you know about them because this, for instance, is something that everybody wants to know about when it rolls around because these don't happen all the time. Another hazardous materials collection day in EBR. It's this Saturday. For the timing on Saturday, the location, what you can bring, that kind of thing. Find this story. Just look for this nice little vehicle right here. And it is that stay in your vehicle kind of a thing. You don't even have to get out. It is happening again in Baton Rouge, EBR. It's coming up Saturday. The location and the timing, waiting for you in this story. Also want to let folks know, particularly students and parents of students who might be thinking about college, the next level, that kind of thing. A virtual college fair is coming up tomorrow, but there's a deadline to sign up for this virtual college fair today by noon. How do you do that? Check this out. You got the registration link right there waiting for you. Can't miss it. Big, bold, black letters inside that gold box. Find these smiling kids right here who are about ready to take on their next path and their next journey. It's waiting for you right there. That's going on again tomorrow, but a deadline today. Okay, some other things going on that are going to grab a lot of attention. Clearly, we know what's happening here on the court at the PMAC today, 4:30 this afternoon. LSU women's basketball begins what they hope is a long journey through the NCAA basketball tournament, taking on Hawaii. Again, it's a 4:30 tip-off. They're a 3 seed. We'll see how far they're able to go. They're going to be able to host the first 2 rounds if they get by Hawaii. They're going to host that second round game right there at the PMAC, see if they can advance to the Sweet 16. But again, you got to take it that proverbial one game at a time. One day, you can't win 2 games in one day. Well, I guess you can, but they're only playing one today, right there. But it's not just LSU. Southeastern as well. The Lions, now they're traveling, they're on the road, taking on a 2 seed in Iowa. Southeastern winning the conference tournament, making it to the NCAA tournament for the first time in their program history. Just absolutely electric feeling. They got a tough road ahead, taking on Iowa and one of the best players in college basketball, Southeastern, on the dance floor today as well. So a lot going on. Look, you got LSU baseball on the road. They're opening SEC season. LSU softball taking on a 5th-ranked Tennessee team, their first SEC home series. LSU gymnastics tomorrow at the SEC championship. I tell you, there's a lot going on. So this is why we kind of put a lot of it right here for you. 9 News now, of course, on WAFB Plus. A little bit of everything as you kind of get your way through the day. And when we talk about getting our way through the day, there's always so much going on, Steve. So it's kind of nice to, the lead story is going to be the shooting this morning. And that's going to take a lot of attention, as it should. But the ability, certainly in the morning, to also allow folks a moment to smile, God forbid, and laugh. Yeah. Every once in a while, it helps and it matters. And so we kind of want to try to do that a little bit for you as well. So I bring to you Mr. Pickle.
Mr. Pickle, huh?
Mr. Pickle. Here we go.
Right.
Ready?
Who's Mr. Pickle?
There you go. That's it. Can you pick them out? Which one is it? Actually, neither of those. I don't believe is.
Look at that.
Look at these little fellas. So what you're seeing here, at 90 years young, Mr. Pickle is the oldest animal at the Houston Zoo and the newest father after 3 radiated tortoise eggs hatched. Little pickles are a big deal because apparently this particular kind of tortoise, critically endangered from over-collection from the legal pet trade. They're known to produce very few offspring. Mr. Pickles has been with his companion, Miss Pickles, since she arrived back in 1996, but the pair have only had 1 little pickle previously back in 1997. A lot of pickles going on. But my man, at 90 years old, and his significant other still making it work.
Are they ready for that after was 97, 26-year lull?
You're right.
Oh man, it's a big gap.
You're
with
exactly
the kids.
Right. I mean, just
I guess
empty
Junior
nester?
from 97 is ready to babysit and take care of the three now. It's the advantage, right?
Are you thinking maybe they were just like an accident, a surprise?
Surprise. Be my guess. 26-year gap.
Mr. and Mrs. Pickle.
What is
my
going on?
Goodness. You know what? Good for you. Good on you.
We needed those offspring.
You crazy,
right?
you crazy pickles. Love it. Love everything about it. That's so funny. All right.
So from baby tortoises.
Yeah.
Is that the plural?
Tortoise, or is it just tortoise?
Baby.
Is it like a?
I don't know. I don't know.
Anybody?
Yeah.
No.
If only there was a way to look up such things.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we'll check on that. But to the real human babies.
Here we go.
You know?
And this is edited better.
Okay.
From earlier this
All
month.
right, so check it out. A baby made a dramatic come from behind. This was behind win during a halftime show. It's a baby race at the University of North Carolina. Lila can be seen storming ahead, but then she crawls towards other parents and not her own. She paused right before the finish line. You see that? Which allowed another baby, Jimmy. Here comes Jimmy closing on in before he decided to take a break. The race ended when baby Brexley, who just started crawling a week before the race. Here we go. And down the stretch they go. And there's Brexley with the come from behind win. Brexley and her parents won a $529 check. Oh, so it's a $529 program, right?
Exactly.
That's
Look what you did. That's exactly what I was going to tell you.
Go toward future education.
Yes.
I was trying to think about Wi-Fi.
Why that? It goes right towards the education fund. That's exactly right. But that's just what it is. I mean, look how close. Look how close.
Years ago when I lived in Lake Charles, it was my first job in TV.
Yeah.
What was it called? Contraband Days, big festival over there.
Contraband?
And they would do the crawfish races.
Oh, yeah.
I got to do that one year.
And?
That might have involved water guns.
Encouragement?
Yeah, just a little encouragement.
A little encouragement?
Yeah.
Did you ever win?
It was a little circle. I think I did win the year I did it.
No kidding.
But yeah, you start out in a circle and try to coax them out of the circle.
Yeah, it can't be like just a lane with a crawfish, because the crawfish.
Yeah,
you got to start them there, and just if they go anywhere, you win.
Yes.
Squirt gun, huh? Was it like a monster squirt gun? Were you just
No.
like attacking these
Well, I
things?
needed the crawfish to survive.
Well,
so.
that's also true. That's also true. I tell you what, right now, this kind of crawfish weather, they don't need to burrow down. Everywhere they're going to go right now, filled with water. And actually, it's going to be that way for how much longer are we thinking today?
Yeah, so the moderate rains, we're kind of now in the moderate stuff around Metro Baton Rouge. Give that probably another hour, and then we'll kind of be off and on with some showers the rest of today. Should let up this evening.
And then you see that 10-day forecast. Yeah, as you mentioned, it's going to be cold-ish, certainly, for the wearing the green. Denham Springs got a parade 5 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, going to be chilly for that one. Should be dry for that one. But either one, wherever you might be going tomorrow, just a chilly day overall.
At the Team Automotive Group, we make it easy for you to buy here or sell here. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here while your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been, and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here at the Team Automotive Group.